meteorology student Ethan Clark is joining us now live from Bald Head Island, where he decided to ride out the storm. Ethan, you took the last ferry available last night. Talk to us about what you have seen throughout the day.
It's been an interesting day. We started out the day with widespread bands of rain, gusty winds. We had a decent amount of surge this afternoon, but nothing compared to Holden Beach and Ocean Isle today. But we had some minor surge, and winds have been gusting 50 to 60. There was a small dune breach, so there was some flooding on the east end of the island. But otherwise, we have power, some gusty winds, there's some trees down, but nothing too major so far.
We have some pictures that we were hoping to share that you actually posted to social media that we can help tell the story with. But talk to us about how people are doing on the island right now. I mean, it looks like you have power, and without the ferries, there's very little way to get back off the island. So how are people doing there tonight?
There's not many people on the island just because of that, like back and forth across the ferry. So a lot of people decide to leave because they don't want to be stuck. And nothing's open, obviously. So it's been pretty quiet. I have not seen anyone pretty much today around the island. I did drive around and just to see what was going on. We had some flooding on certain lower elevations of the island, but otherwise everyone has power, as I know of, and there's been some minor damage, but nothing too bad, especially compared to areas around Brunswick County. There's been some major storm surge flooding in some other locations.
Ethan, you're a meteorology student at NC State. This may not be your Super Bowl, but at least it's a playoff game in that respect. Does this reinstill your passion for meteorology, going through something like this firsthand?
It sure is. It's a great experience. Each storm is different, obviously. I was in Isaias. This one was much different for me. However, in Ocean Isle, they have similar impacts from Isaias. So it depends on where you are. Impacts, some learning, and obviously enjoyed it. Glad we were doing okay. Everyone seems to be safe over on Bald Head.
You know, I think about that all the time. Every storm has its own personality. And it seems as though with how they enter the coast and their wind strength and how fast they're going, it never is the same storm the same twice. So, Ethan, how are you feeling about what you've learned from this storm as you then go back to NC State and use that in your classes?
It's been this storm's been a very interesting learning experience because the way it started, there's been lots of track changes. So there's been a lot of stuff to learn about this storm. Then we had the dry air working in today. So lots of different aspects to the storm that you can learn and look back at.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you being with us, Ethan, and we're glad that you've remained safe and that you have power.